This is Josh King Randomness. So this will be the first video of a multi-video series. I don't think I've seen a video series like this on YouTube, but I plan on making essentially a lumber yard in my backyard. My parcel is 0.4 acres. I have lots of pine trees. They're very expensive to have professionals remove. We're talking $1,500 per tree. The cheapo I plan on just doing it myself. So this will be a daunting task. I gotta teach myself how to tree climb. I gotta get comfortable with it. I gotta research all the gear. I gotta know how to use the gear. I gotta prepare for any situation that may occur. So phase one, I'll be able to climb the trees, cut them down, store the lumber. Phase two, I'm going to make a jig to make my own lumber. Plan on doing something like this, maybe some kind of IKEA shelves, some kind of packet people could buy, and knowing that I did it, maybe it'll add some more value to it. I have no experience climbing trees. So imagine if you're an amateur and then one day you just decide to climb a 100-foot plus tree, So there's a lot of dangerous things that could happen, I asked ChatGPT what could happen. Obviously you could fall off the tree. There's hazards like getting struck by tree branches, electrocution. I'm not sure how that'll happen. Property damage. Treemen are licensed and insured. I'm not, but the tree I'm doing it, I should be able to cut and toss in a safe manner. So these videos to come, they'll get into details of where I did my research, what I determined was best to be used to safely climb up and down the trees, and any unforeseen conditions, any things that I ran into that was an issue. And so I hope you enjoy this series. This isn't something the average Joe could do, and so please like and subscribe. I'm hoping this video will be the winner right here. So thank you. Alright, so getting into how I'm going to climb the trees, that's step one of my small parcel Lumbermill. So obviously I gotta climb up the tree and cut it down. So for my research, this tree style climb technique, I'm gonna use a single spar. Essentially you shimmy up the tree with a rope that wraps around the tree, and then you got spurs that dig into the tree, and then you just shimmy up the tree. Shout out to these gentlemen. These are the best videos I found. So essentially you got your flip line, and then a key component is a secondary safety line that is attached with a mechanical device which attaches to your harness, and the secondary line hugs the tree. It hugs the tree with these are the options here of the choke, but some use a quickie, some use a carabiner, but what I noticed, they all seem a little loose. So I found this video, and it's some sort of knot, and it looks like the rope firmly hugs the tree, and that's exactly what I want. The last thing I want is this rope getting loose and I start sliding down the tree. So obviously the gear I need, you need a harness. I'm going to need the tree climbing spurs. I'm going to need a rope. I'm going to need the mechanical device. So the one I got is a zigzag, so your carabiner and your harness attached down here. The rope goes through, and it allows you to safely belay up and down the tree, and it locks you in place. And I also got some prusik cords. So a key component is that, making sure that all the gear, has some kind of safety designation, and that it's rated to a certain strength. So I asked ChatGPT with my body weight, 180 pounds, if I were to theoretically drop 15 feet. I believe I got a static cord, so this is the force, 18,000 newtons I'd experience, and I'd stop pretty much instantly. And then if you have more dynamic rope, obviously the force is a lot less and a little bit longer to stop. So I have a feeling with this, it's just going to be getting used to the gear. So I'm going to start off small. You need a small tree. Start off, going up 10 feet, filling out all the gear, getting used to it. Rappel off at 10 feet, do 20 feet, get a feel for the gear. Same thing, repeat the process, 30 feet, 40 feet, 50 feet, and just get comfortable with the gear and trust it. And it's just going to be a field process, and that's what we're going to do next. Forgot to mention that the mechanical device is definitely going to be the weak point in the system. So it's always good to look at technical specs, no matter what it is. So this is directly from the Pretzel website that makes the zigzag. And right here they have a danger warning, and this is how I was initially going to do it. I just have a single rope I was going to belay off of. My harness goes here. So apparently this may not be enough to safely rappel, and you need the secondary, it's called a chicane, that applies additional friction in the belay system. So we'll give it a shot with this first, but I may need to get the secondary part just as a safety precaution. Alright, so this is my setup here. So let me flip the camera around. So I got some climbing spurs from Amazon. Start from the bottom up. So you definitely need some boots because these metal bars hurt like a bitch. You also, the strapping, you need it very tight. Got a Amazon harness with a steel braided climbing rope, and I attached my machete to the harness because I'm going to be chopping branches up. I also got a tree climbing harness. I have a prusik cord, and I got the pretzel zigzag for belaying. Alright, so here's my setup. I got my harness in. So essentially what I've done is I have my choke around the tree. I have a carabiner and the prusik cord. I did as many knots as possible, or wraps. And so it didn't seem tight just having the carabiner. So what I could do is I could really cinch down the prusik cord and get a tight choke around the tree. I have my zigzag connected to my harness. And then lastly, the main flip cord I wrap around. Got my main flip cord wrapped around. There we go, now I'm ready to start climbing. Let's talk about technique for a second. So I realized that you don't want too much slack with your flip cord because you lean back too much and it makes it harder to go up the tree. Additionally, I also had the prusik cord on the wrong side, so you want to have the loop directly on the carabiner on this side, but you want to cinch the prusik on the same side that the rope goes through.